Emotional Camilla Valieva. Kamila Valieva returned to the ice after claiming her grandfather's medicine. Kamila Valieva could have ingested traces of a banned substance after sharing a glass with her grandfather on Christmas Day, it was claimed. This was an explanation given by her mother and her lawyer, who appeared by video conference call at her disciplinary hearing with the Court of Arbitration for Sport on Sunday. Valieva tested positive for trimetazidine, which is a performance-enhancing drug that is on the World Anti-Doping Agency's banned list, from a sample given on December 25. She was nevertheless cleared by CAS on Monday to compete and returned to the ice in the women's individual figure skating this afternoon. Valieva, the favorite to win gold, fought back tears after a routine that earned top spot in the short program standings before the free skate on Thursday. It was a less than perfect start as she stumbled on the first of 3 triple jumps and recorded a score of 82.16, way below her 90.45 world record performance from last month's European Championship. If Valieva finishes in the top 3 on Thursday, the medal ceremony will not take place until after a doping hearing. The reports from Russia say that, in the CAS hearing, it was claimed that Valieva's grandfather has a heart condition and that the medicine he takes for his heart could have found its way into Valieva's system. It was suggested in the Russian newspaper that the saliva that came from her grandfather could then have contaminated a glass that they shared, which then caused her to test positive. It is reported that this was an explanation given in the CAS hearing by Valieva's mother, ISU, and her lawyer, Anna Kuzmenko. The report, in translation, says that experts do not believe this version. The IOC member Denis Oswald confirmed that Valieva's explanation for her trimetazidine positive was contamination, which happened with a product her grandfather was taking. Ross Tucker, a sports scientist and anti-doping expert based in Cape Town, has cast doubt on the explanation. I would be surprised if you could ingest enough to trigger a positive test just from someone else's saliva on the same glass. If he drank from it and then she shared the same glass, it seems incredibly unlikely. There are a number of extra facts of the case that need to be known before a definitive decision can be taken. These include how long after her grandfather drank from the glass did she drink from it, and then how long until she was tested. The level of the banned substance in her system is also important. Was it a high level or only just a trace? Tucker said the grandfather would also need to provide proof of his medication and dose, so that tests could be done. He added, once the facts are known, then there needs to be tests to see if under those circumstances it is possible to ingest the substance just from the saliva on a shared glass. So for those reasons the decision not to have a provisional suspension until these can all be tested is an understandable one, as they don't have all the facts of the case. On Monday, Valieva gave an interview to TV1, the Russian television channel, in which she said, "These days have been very difficult for me, emotionally. I am happy but emotionally fatigued. That is why these tears are of joy and a little bit of sadness. But, of course, I am happy to take part in the Olympic Games. I will do my utmost to represent our country. Apparently, this is a stage I have to live through. I hear so many good wishes. I have seen outdoor banners in Moscow. It is very pleasing. This support is very important for me in this difficult time. I thought I was alone, but my closest friends and family will never abandon me." The fallout from the CAS decision to allow Valieva to compete has attracted a derisive response from the international community. Adam Rippon, who coaches Mariah Bell, the American skater, said, "The only thing they care about is performance, not the health and well-being of their athlete. It's a factory that produces kids who can compete, up to a point. I feel like the trainers involved in the women's program are not trainers at all, but dog trainers. They run a circus." Valieva was given clearance to compete because of the exceptional circumstances largely related to her age. As a 15-year-old, she is considered a protected person under WADA rules. She was already attracting international attention because of the manner in which she has elevated her sport to new heights at these Olympics. However, the pressure was even more intense as the world watched to see if she could still deliver. The decision to allow her to skate has been widely condemned. The athletes' pressure group Global Athlete released a statement that read, "Russia has never been incentivized to reform because sport leaders favored politics over principle and rebranding over banning. The doping of minor athletes must be stopped. Any country that systematically dopes its athletes cannot be allowed to participate in international sport." The United States Olympic Committee was similarly damning, saying, "Athletes have a right to know they are competing on a level playing field." Unfortunately, that right is being denied. This appears to be another chapter in the systemic and pervasive disregard for clean sport by Russia. In its decision, the CAS argued that suspending Valieva from the Games would cause her irreparable harm. The CAS panel was also influenced by the timing of the case. The sample for which Valieva tested positive was given on Christmas Day, but Valieva was informed of it only on February 8, when she had already competed in her first Olympic competition. A drug test would usually be concluded more quickly. This untimely notification, the CAS said, impinged upon the athlete's ability to establish certain legal requirements for her benefit. As soon as the CAS announced its decision, there was an immediate disagreement about the application of the WADA code. In a statement, WADA said, "It appears that the CAS panel decided not to apply the terms of the code, which does not allow for specific exceptions to be made in relation to mandatory provisional suspensions for protected persons, including minors." The IOC was unimpressed by the decision. In a statement, it said that it has to follow the rule of law, but also announced that if Valieva finishes in the top 3 of the women's singles competition, no flower ceremony and no medal ceremony will take place.